Hi, my dear Taurus. Hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Yes, as well as myself. Yes. Hi, guys. How are you doing? First of all, let me say I was just overwhelmed by your support and your donations and your amazingly kind words and how many of you showed up. It was amazing. I mean, we don't know each other face to face, not really, not in person, right? And yet you're still there, and that meant so incredibly much to me, and I am so grateful to you. Like those of you who don't know, in response to the Scorpio new moon reading, and yeah, my heart just goes out to each and every one of you, and thank you so incredibly much. You helped us out so much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, it's amazing. So that being said, thank you also for all your likes, shares, subscriptions, and your beautiful comments, right? I really appreciate those, and the people that are here in the collective as well, definitely. What do you first do? You scroll through the comments, right? And you miss everything else. You miss everything the reader says. So my sweethearts, let's hop in. Also, if you would like to win the November free private reading with Spirit and myself, please just drop something in the comments. That lets us know that you would like to have it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. First card here already. It's a general reading. Whoops. So it may or may not resonate with you. Whoa, that just peeked out. I saw it. It's good. Whoa. Wow. Wow, there's a surprise here. Definite surprise. You do not see any of those cards yet. That's very interesting. I mean, I don't, and you don't either, because it's always anything that happens prior to the reading, during the reading, and after the reading sometimes is related to everything. So to your energies and to what is happening in your life. Again, it's a general reading. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else. It's not gender specific, nor is it time specific. Whenever this message reaches you, it's yours at that time. Please go with your gut feeling. If you feel it's right for you at that time, then it is, and then it is your message, okay? You can reverse the placements, and that's it. Let's hop in. I already saw the 10 of Cups, I believe, which is really cool. And yeah, actually, 2 guardian angel cards are out already, and I'm going to read the first one to you. They want me to, and it says compassion. Dearest one, be compassionate towards yourself. Surrender the self-criticism and fear that has you believing you need to improve in order to be worthy. You are perfect just as you are, Taurus. The only thing that needs to change is your perception. You will come to realize the jewel you are when you love and honor yourself as you are. Yes, Taurus. Yes, and yes. Exactly. So, oh my goodness. You have the 2 of Cups. That is amazing energy to start off with. It's immediately, I'm getting soulmate for a lot of you here watching this. It is also talking about reciprocity. It's a very important connection in your life. And the funny thing is, they're coming through saying the most important connection you can ever have is the connection with yourself, right? So the most important, because we're always, myself included, like waiting for someone to come in and somehow bring in something in, right? But the most important connection you can ever have is the one with yourself. Like, start giving these things to yourself. Super important. And since the first card showed up with self-criticism, these are definitely connected to one another. Definitely. Alignment of divine feminine, divine masculine. But again, to some of you, this could very well show up in the external world all of a sudden. And soulmate, strong soulmate connection here. Strong bond. Yeah, and I saw it correctly. The 10 of Cups is your next card. So you do have 2 of Cups and 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is the happy. That's emotional fulfillment here for you, Taurus. Is right around the corner if it isn't here in your life yet. My goodness, that is gorgeous. There are 2 women that almost look the same. Look at this, both representing you. Of course, you don't have to be a female. It's not gender specific. I'm working with the energies of the cards and whatever I'm picking up on. So blue dresses, both blue dresses, and the hair, is that a hairdress or whatever this is, like the head, are very much alike. This could be past lives as well here, guys, for sure, because it's like remembering a past life, and some of you actually may have that, where you're just walking around and all of a sudden something clicks and it pops in. It's almost like a deja vu, but then not, because you realize it's not an actual deja vu. It's like you're tapping into different timelines, and you're also tapping into different past lives here, Taurus. Very interesting. Hence the resemblance, hence the remembrance that you have. It's almost the same, but it's a bit different here. So I'm assuming we're really talking about a relationship here, like a super important relationship here for you. You could also have children. It doesn't have to be, or a child. Either way, this is complete emotional fulfillment for you, and it's very gorgeous. It's a huge remembrance here for you. And it's like toasting to the happiness and the happy times here. Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and there may be something in there for you as well. You know, really come into that place of gratitude and really thinking about, and Thanksgiving is excellent for that, because we just are asked to look at the abundance we actually have in our lives, and like miracles do happen, like with the donations, they do happen. You know, when I reached out to you guys, I never thought, or I hoped for a response, but I didn't think so many of you would reach out. And again, I'm so grateful that this happened, and it's just amazing. So whatever you put out, that comes back to you as well, and it may come in very unexpected ways, and often just when you need it, right? And there's something in there for you as well, for sure. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is like a true romantic reading here. You have the Page of Cups, which is a complete love offer. Wow. Yeah, totally. Oh my goodness. And I'm getting some kind of an unexpected element to that. Like some kind of a surprise here with it, but very positive, right? And in the Rider-Waite deck, the Page of Cups, there is a fish lurking out of the cup. And that's the surprise element. It's something that you don't quite expect. So this is also for those that are in this particular relationship already. It's still some surprise element, maybe a new proposal by your partner, or it could be anything really, but it has to do with love and really showing compassion and really being there, and all that reciprocity and that gorgeousness. I wish, or I hope I'm transporting it towards you so you can feel it, because it's a lot of love, a lot of love. Holy moly, such amazing cards. And again, it keeps going. See, it's just like one wow, 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 and then it's like wow, that's amazing. You have Mastery, which is the Chariot in the regular tarot, and that's Cancerian energy. It is, all of this is coming in because you've mastered something. You understood something completely. There's something about mastering the elements as well. We have fire, we have earth, we have air, and we have water here. So there's something about that too. Like there's a strong manifestation coming in for you, because you have learned to master not only the elements, you've learned to work with the elements and attract that which you like. There's a sense of that which you really want. You've attracted that in. And it's also self-mastery here. So that is very important. Again, you started or will start to establish a hugely different relationship with yourself depending on where you are. And you're going to ace it, my friends. You're totally going to ace it, where it's like no more of that negative self-talk, because you realized I need to really watch my thoughts, right? Which would be the air element here actually, right? I need to watch my thoughts. I need to stay grounded. I need to stay focused. I need to stay passionate. I need to recharge myself, cleanse myself regularly, right? Like energetically. And you seem to really ace it and master it here, like all those skills, and hence everything comes in all of a sudden. It's just there for you because You are that which you put out. So we're coming back to that topic. You are that which you put out. And if you keep, and that's not what you did here, that's not what I'm feeling at all, but if you would have kept doing what you had been doing, you'd still be there. But you changed somewhere along this journey, like massively, and you transformed yourself, and you are indeed taking the reins of your own life here, Taurus, and that shows in your life. And if it's not quite there yet, guys, which it doesn't look like, it looks like to like 90% of you, this is already here, is it strongly coming in for you. Wow, and the Ace of Swords. Oh, wow, this looks so fantastic. I'm blown away. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of mysticism in there, working with the moon cycles as well, being very devoted and committed to the truth, to the highest truth and highest expression of yourself here. And it's piercing through the veil. You finally made it through, you blasting through that glass ceiling here, Taurus, that was once built for you by yourself. And now it's just like, whoosh, you're totally like blasting through that. Wow. Standing in your full power and truest expression. That's amazing. And it's also acing, like I said, the thoughts, acing the thoughts here. Like what was coming in earlier, and excuse me, please, and really shedding that which no longer serves you. But that requires effort and work, and you're clearly putting it in, and you're at that point already where you're just like so determined. You're like, Taurus is like, all right, it's like Emperor stance, really Emperor stance. So this is really tapping, even for females, tapping into that masculine aspect and really showing up like this in your life, because you know, I am worth it. I am working towards that, and I'm standing in my power and in my truth. And even if there are small setbacks, we'll push through them like no problem, says Taurus, right? Really marching forward. Strong, strong energy here, really strong energy. Quite amazing message for you, Taurus. Wow. Really cool. What else do you have for Taurus, please? Wow, okay. Yes! And we're keeping going in much the same fashion. I love it. Let me just, this one too. Yeah. Okay. What else for Taurus, please? What else for Taurus? Spiritually connected Taurus, thank you so much. Oh. By the way, you can have a look at Instagram at Universal Power Tarot, where I usually post the readings a day prior, or not the readings, the pictures of the cards of your reading a day prior. So you can have a look at them and intuitively already feel your way through the cards and then check in. Wow, that's amazing. With the actual reading, if that's what you like. But it's always, since they're coming out quite differently, like the layout, and that's important for the readings as well. And how I read them. Yeah, go over to Instagram if you'd like. All right, it's interesting because we do have two cards that I cannot see yet. So again, another surprise element here that you just don't see coming, or you don't see yet. But they're only, sometimes on our journey is only revealed like a portion of it. Otherwise we might not go, or we might be, or sometimes Spirit just wants to surprise us, you know, just wants to come in with ta-da! We know you've worked really hard here, Taurus, and there it is for you, right? So you have the Eight of Bows with hard fire, and oh my God, I feel like the heart is so important when it comes to manifestations and passion. Remember when we were talking about passion? That's all the fire, and we do have the hard fire here. So when your heart is lit up, it can heal anything. When the mind-heart coherence is working properly, when the connection is made between the mind and the heart, there is nothing that you can't hone in, right? Working with yourself, like mastering yourself, mastering the elements around you. There's an element of Inception, if you've watched that movie. If you haven't, go ahead and watch it, because it's really like we're the architects of our surroundings. And especially as you become more powerful, Taurus, that will come a lot more apparent to you. And that may, in the beginning, be a bit like, man, why is this all of a sudden not working out anymore? And we may think we're doing something wrong when the contrary is actually the case, but we need to relearn how to really master our thoughts and emotions. And by doing that, I don't mean suppress, I mean really actually see what they are and assess them, because there's a lot of unconscious stuff going on, like within each and every one of us. 80% is unconscious, 20% is conscious. So that's crazy. If we just let that unconscious run, where we're coming back to the very beginning, if you just let that run, it runs you. So, but that's not what you're allowing here, Taurus. You're very far along your journey. It's really like you are mastering your unconscious here. You're mastering what your circumstances basically, and you show up strong for yourself. And the heart fire, that is my card of soul tribe coming together. So again, this is a previous agreement here. And it doesn't have to be romantic, but it very well can be. I felt a lot of love, but often when the unconditional love is coming in, it's not just about romantic, but there's an element, if you've ever felt that, like that, such pure love. And that's what I feel with this here, like really coming together, soul tribe gathering. Again, those agreements that are being honored at that time, but only because you are where you need to be at that time. Wow, that's amazing. Holy moly. You have 2 aces already. You have the Ace of Vessels, which is the waters of life. That is source. That's exactly that. And that's that huge love that is just being poured down, you know, and distributed. So these soul tribe people can look very different, right? However, you're all being nourished from the same source. There's also an element of oneness with the animal realms, with the animal kingdom, with the plant kingdom, with the tree kingdom, right? There's a huge animal of you feeling so much all of a sudden, and all like heightened senses also, and heightened perception and expanded consciousness, where you'll be able to speak to plants and animals telepathically, and where you can establish those energetic connections. Exactly. Wow, this is huge, Taurus. Whatever you did, like, it's working like big time. There's a huge expansive element here for sure. For sure. Let me just check. Okay, I think we can do one more card and then we'll take the rest over to the extended. Oh, wow. And you have the 2 of Arrows with injustice, and this is something is worth its weight in gold. And something that may not previously have been weighed up, it is weighing up now. This is not according to physical laws or what you perceive or what you would usually have perceived as physical laws of the world. This is kind of like a reframing of that, much like as in Inception, where what they're showing me is the picture where they, again, if you've seen that movie, you know the scene where this architect woman is just pulling the whole thing up. Like, there's a street that they're walking on, and she's just by willpower, she's just pushing that whole thing up, and she's like, wow, that's pretty amazing. And she's like doing all these crazy things with reality, which is a dream, because they're in dream. It's much like the Matrix, really, right? Where you are the architect of your surroundings and of how much you are able to do. And there was an injustice that happened in your life indeed, but there is a huge learning aspect where you understand that those people, situations were indeed your teachers, and you would not be where you are right now, because that takes strength to overcome. And you showed tremendous strength here, tremendous strength in self-love, and you put that into action, and hence the rewards are pretty big, like hugely big. And again, the scales are being balanced here. In case there is still a little bit something, and this is thoughts, because it's the arrows, that's the swords in the traditional tarot. Anything that is still left here, you're being asked to look at. So to remove the blindfold and act accordingly. Act accordingly to what you see, but you need to remove that blindfold to really see those last bits. But that's what it is. It's just like crumbs. You did a huge amount of work here, Taurus, for yourself. And of course for everybody else, because that radiates, right? It's like a droplet in the water that has those rippling effects, and they're huge. Like, don't underestimate your own power and strength here, because they're tremendous. And the power of thoughts, especially when you radiate out compassion and love in such a way as you do here, Taurus. Quite amazing. All right, guys, if you would like to have more advice on your situation and would like to see how this plays out, please follow me over to Vimeo and or Instagram for your extended. This is your first bet. And if you would like to have more clarity, you can book a private reading with me right now. I'm open for bookings, and you'll find the links down in the caption below for that. All right. So I'll either see you over on Vimeo or Patreon or next time. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you. Bye.